for the National Democratic Congress. He's joined us on the line for more on this. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Omaro, good evening. Good evening to your listeners.
So, I don't know, educate us. We do know that in the past we've seen court hearings being televised. The last one was the LGBTQI decision in the Supreme Court. We saw it televised, and this was upon a request from the Attorney General. Can a lawyer or a person in a case also apply for it to be televised, like the manner that you're doing? Under what ground? What are the grounds?
Okay, so Omaro, as you've rightly pointed out, as lawyers for the Honorable case, Ato Forson, we have written a letter humbly requesting Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, to permit the remainder of the ongoing criminal trial to have the benefits of it being televised. And we believe that same ought to be done within the spirit of transparency and accountability. We do not want anything to happen as it were to create an impression that anybody is hiding from anything. We want everything to be out there so that the good people of this country will have the benefit of how the proceeding will go going forward.
What is our
humble prayer is premised on the matters that have unfolded in the past few days. It is our humble prayer that this request will be granted. We have no doubt in our minds that Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, will graciously grant this request. At least there is that precedent where a similar request had reached out to the high office of the Chief Justice and same was granted. In fact, you referenced it in your introduction, which has to do with the matters involving the LGBTQ, where in the superior wisdom of Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, she took the view upon a request by the Attorney General that the matters involve borders on national interest, and for that matter, she would permit the benefit of Ghanaians having to see the proceedings as it were, unfold. That spirit is, it is within that spirit that we are making this humble prayer to Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice.
Now, your worry is that what? Open court is open court. Whatever will be happening will be in open court. There will be lawyers, there will be people in the gallery. What difference or what different thing do you seek to achieve by bringing the cameras in there? Is it that you are afraid that your clients will not be treated well? But if they will not, the judge would be there, right?
In fact, if you read the letter we have sent to Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, we make no reference to fear or any apprehension whatsoever. We have absolute confidence in the courts. We are simply saying that within the spirit of transparency and accountability, the people of this country should have the benefit of seeing what happens going forward. We do not have any fear whatsoever.
This press conference that was held by your party, is it going to be mentioned in any way in the court? Is there going to be a petition relating to that, something around the judge taking judicial notice of that? Are you going to formally report to the judge what has happened, or you're going to leave it as is?
Now, if you reference the press conference that was addressed by the respected and distinguished national chairman of the NDC, the points were made clear. At the tail end of it, some calls were made. One, that the Attorney General of the Republic, having engaged in this despicable, unprofessional conduct, ought to, in good conscience, resign or be sacked. We have also given the clearest indication by the national chairman of the NDC that in the circumstance, we will trigger, since the Attorney General is also a minister, we will trigger the necessary parliamentary censorship processes. We do appreciate that if you look at the constitutional structure, even a minister whose conduct or actions are found favor by way of censorship, where majority of MPs have taken that initiative, is still within the prerogative of the president, as it were, to proceed with the censorship report or even maintain the minister. So we appreciate the constitutional limitations relative to the issue of censorship. But nonetheless, it is a process recognized within our constitutional architecture that we can trigger. And same had been referenced in the press conference by the national chairman of the NDC. So these are all options on the table. As to whether the judge will take judicial notice or not, I will not, and I'm not in position to make that decision for the judge. We, as lawyers for Mr. Ato Forson, have the right within what is permissible by law to, as it were, bring that to the notice of the court. So those options are all available to.
And will you exercise that right to inform the judge formally?
At this juncture, and as you are aware, there's already a formal motion before the court. The return date being the 4th of June. On that day, what is legally permissible will be triggered, and we'll see how things unfold going forward.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
That's Ato Forson. He's lawyer for Ato Forson and also Director of Legal Affairs of the NDC.